And then back to Iguodala to the rim. Oh, great block. James out of nowhere, skies to the rim. Oh, Boyd took the advantage and played on from inside the center square. Boyd kicked the goal. Boyd kicked the goal from inside the center. Here's Aloisi for a place in the World Cup. He's hands right back up. Big head kick. Down goes Thompson. It's over.
Live it, breathe it, love it. All sports, double coverage.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Double Coverage. Hope you're still living, loving, and breathing sport. I am Dom with the Great Man Sauce. Back at it again, my boy. I think we're going to have a bit of a laugh this evening.
It's going to be a fun episode. I'm feeling it. Some of the things we've got lined up. It's going to give us some absolutely laughing points. And tell you what.
What do you got on there, mate? Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yeah, Pittsburgh Penguins. Hey, it's your boy here, mate. Who you got the PC of?
There he is.
Crosby.
That's my boy. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a Vic Market special. This one, mate. Don't worry about that.
I might have to get one so I can look the part. I'm trying to collect him. So, James, good evening. Ian, good evening. Adam, good evening. Bit to get through. Basketball, F1, AFL, UFC. Lamont of the week is a ripper this week. I tell you, Sauce and I, when we have been talking about this, we've been pissing ourselves. Adam says, "I feel like I'm going to get burned here, boys. Just be gentle." What for? Don't worry about it, man. If you listen to this show, which you do on a weekly basis, you're not going to get burnt because you would have known that the series would have been finished in 6 games. So, because your boys called it. Don't listen to all these other guys. It's going to 7. We said they'd split 3 and 4. We said it'd go to 6. Mate, we nailed absolutely everything.
Yeah,
with this series. We genuinely did. It makes us look better than we actually are, which is good for once. And then hobby talk to finish the show. But we'll start with the final Sauce. Warriors got the job done in 6. Sauce's favorite stat is the Game 5 stat. And it worked out again. Eventual winners won Game 5 in the series. NBA draft on Friday, says James. We will touch on that very shortly. Adam says he was one of the few saying they would win in 7. That's okay. A lot of people thought it was going to go 7, whether it be for television rights or for whatever reason. I can't remember the last time that final series actually went to 7 games. Sauce. Was it Toronto versus Golden State? Last year went 6. Lakers went 6. This went 6.
I think that did go to 7. You're correct.
Yeah, I think that was the last time. That was 5 years ago, if you include COVID in the layoff there. So it was about 5 years ago. So it's a while. Key takeaway, Sauce. I'll prompt you here, and you give me the rundown. If I miss any, go for it. Draymond Green played well when it counted.
Yeah, can't deny the fact he stepped it up in 5 and 6, and if he probably played like that the whole series, I mean, I reckon Boston may have got swept. That's how good he was in terms of defense. Now, maybe they wouldn't even won 2 games. I don't know, but that's the Draymond that they need going forward. He was able to piece it together. He's a champ. He found that inner, champ mentality and brought it out games 5 and 6. He was just everywhere, especially in Game 6. He just had his hands on everything. Was in there on defense. That's just the way he needed to play. But yeah, he was much better in 5.
Definitely was. Boston Celtics. Where do they go from here?
What we were saying earlier in the season was we can't see Boston being able to win it because their bench doesn't give them enough. it's funny enough that we got to the playoffs and their bench stunk, even though they got progressively better in the second half of the season. But when it mattered in the finals, the bench stunk the place up. The Warriors bench absolutely dominated the Celtics bench. And that was a big factor in the series. I mean, when when your star players go to the bench and you can't, either stay in touch or maintain a lead that you may have built, it's very deflating. So, their bench has to get better. I don't know what happened to Peyton Pritchard. I didn't think he was that bad of a 3-point shooter because he showed that he could shoot it in the series before, in the lead up to the finals. But in the finals, he was putrid. And taking step back threes like his Dame Lillard or something, and he was front rimming him, you probably should realize you got to take those threes off the good ball movement when they double team Tatum or Brown and they kick it out to you and they swing the ball. They're the ones you got to be taking, not think that you're literally Dame Lillard and trying to take the big guy and then stepping back on him and missing. I didn't see him make one. I'm sure he made one, but it was a lot that he missed. So yeah, their bench needs to get better. Obviously Tatum needs to add some more strings to his bow. I think he needs to be able to get a a high to mid post a bit. That they switched guys out on him that don't have the same size. If he had that sort of mid post game, he would be able to get into the paint, make plays for his other guys. When they forced him to drive, and didn't force him to drive and kick, he was making plays and getting a lot of assists, but he also got a lot of turnovers. I think he had, I don't know what the stat was, but he had
100. He was the first player in the history of the NBA to have 100 turnovers in the postseason.
Yeah, that needs to
and
be
that's
fixed.
And that's due to the guy that was guarding him, who destroyed him.
Yeah, he did destroy him.
Literally destroyed him.
Yeah, he look. They need look. Exciting times for Boston franchise. Don't be put down by this. Like, obviously you lost the finals, but you lost to a championship caliber team. They've been there before. 100%. They know what it takes to get done. And that was the reason why I said they'd win in 6. They've been there before. They know what it takes to get done. They got Kerr, who's an amazing coach. Udoka, who's rookie coach. Bring him back. They need
the greatest shooter of all time.
Restructure. Find more bench points, some guys off the bench that can help more, and they move on. But yeah, it's
I think
there's a few things they need to improve on.
Few things, like Robert Williams is very, very good. That's a great find for Boston going forward. A lot of talks, and I tend to agree with it, that Marcus Smart should go back to a defensive, like 3-and-D type guard, not be the point guard facilitator in this team. I think they went for down the point guard route with Kemba Walker, which clearly didn't work because his knees fell apart. Not to say that you and I, Source, both said that was going to happen, and it did. And we said it was a stupid trade from the beginning. But to look for a potential suitor there with a few issues in Utah, a guy that could fit pretty well there is a guy like Mike Conley to handle the ball. That's just an example of someone, not saying they should go get him, but that's an example of someone potentially, and then move Smart into that 3-and-D guard role, because he's obviously, as we saw, he's improved his 3-point shot dramatically from a couple of seasons ago, where they just used to leave him wide open, genuinely wide open. So
unlike someone else we know who still hasn't improved their 3 shot. They played him the same way they do Russell Westbrook, except one guy's actually improved it and one guy hasn't, and still gets played like that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Baffles me.
Everything else is pretty good from Boston. Future of the Golden State Warriors, Source. I'm going to read a few names to you, and you tell me what you see for Golden State going forward. Wiggins, Poole, Moody, Kuminga, Wiseman, Curry, Thompson, Green.
Well, they'll keep the band together. The three amigos will stay, but I think some of those other guys won't be there. And I think some of these guys that are expecting to get paid some of these contracts, Warriors are notorious actually moving off guys. There's been a few in the past. I think Alfonso McKinney was one, thought he was, part of the team and whatever. They moved off him. He wanted too much money. Jordan Bell was another, he was in the team and thought he was a pivotal piece to their winning. And they go, well, you're asking for too much money. And they moved off him. So, they're not afraid to move off guys who they believe are probably asking for a bit too much money. I think, if I was going to, if I'm choosing between Jordan Poole and Andrew Wiggins, I'm probably playing Andrew Wiggins first just because he's larger, bigger wing, plays better defense, takes the opposing team's best wing player, and has improved a hell of a lot, and definitely can pitch in there. And I think they would actually move off Jordan Poole before they overpay what he's reported to want 100 mil for 4 years, something like that.
Yeah,
25 million a year. I think they could just develop like a Kaminga or someone else there, to come in off the bench and give him those points. So, it's not like the Warriors to overpay on some of these guys. So I don't expect them to start that now. And look, they're going to still be good going forward. I just see this team winning another championship, in the next 2 seasons at least. Maybe not next year, maybe the year after. I see them winning another one. They look good. And the franchise know what they need. They're just good at recruiting, and finding pieces that fit with their
100%.
system.
Your stream is lagging just a little bit as well, so you probably got about 50 charts open, so you probably want to close a few of those while I jump in here. James says, don't know if Gary Payton will stay if he wants the dollars. Adam says, I think there'll be a few moved on from the Warriors. Apparently there was a team chasing Looney. Can't remember who it was. They can get rid of him for a good piece, potentially, or another role player, because Wiseman, if he actually lives up to what he is, will be 10 times the player of Kevon Looney. That's if he can reach his potential. How do you think Poole went in the playoffs? He carried that team, not carried, but he was very, very good in the rounds prior to the finals, and then he struggled a bit in the first few games, and then he found his rhythm. We always said, Source, on this pod, that the longer Boston stretched out this series, it gave Golden State the opportunity to get guys that were out of form in form. Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole, who struggled early on, Draymond Green. You don't want to give a team like this with the experience a sniff and the opportunity to get themselves going, because when they do get going, metrics say via Basketball Reference that the Golden State Warriors actually had the best defense in the whole entire league, and they had obviously the best offense in this series. So they got the job done, and the job what would not have been done, Source, if it wasn't for a guy whose greatness is, I think, being fully appreciated now that he won his first Finals MVP, and that is Stephen Curry. We spoke about this briefly on Monday, just the two of us with a couple other people, and you made something very interesting, an interesting point, and I want you to just share it with the listeners and viewers about his greatness and how he's the greatest of all time in terms of like the way that the schematics and what he does on the court is just unlike any player that has come before him.
Yeah, I genuinely think there has not been another player to play in the NBA or even play basketball that moves off the ball as well as Stephen Curry does. And his ability to, once he gives up that ball, he doesn't just sleep, or he doesn't just roll out to the 3-point line. It's a sprint, it's a move, it's another cut, and every time he gives up that ball or he's off the ball, he's always moving without the ball, and it's just amazing to watch because that movement allows his teammates to get some crazy good looks, because you can't leave Steph Curry open, because we've seen how well he can shoot the ball from outside. So, you don't want to do that as a defense, and that allows his teammates to play off him, and that just plays in the whole system that Steve Kerr has put in place for that franchise. And yeah, it's amazing. I mean, and a little bit of credit has to go to Mark Jackson in the early days. He did play, play a bit of this sort of ball with Klay Thompson and Steph Curry early on. Obviously, they moved off him, and the right decision, of course, with Kerr coming in and getting them 4 chips. But you've seen some of this earlier, and then just with Kerr coming in, just took it to the next level. The schematics, and I mean, no one never said anything like it. Never, and this is what people want to say. Oh, he changed the NBA because of his 3-point shooting. Yeah, that's one part. Yes, sure, right. He also gave a lot of hope to smaller players out there, youngsters coming up, saying, you work on that shot, you can get deep range, and you're lethal. You'll get a spot in the league. But also that movement off the ball. I mean, we've never seen anything like it ever. So that's another way that he's changed the game in a sense. The moving defense. Traditionally NBA, a lot of pick and rolls, 2-man game, a lot of getting the mismatch and dominating the mismatch, which you do at times, but the schematics and the system that they've put in at Golden State, to benefit Curry, and which in turn benefits his teammates, it's just one of a kind. I've literally all my years watching basketball, I've never seen anything the way that the way they play in the ball movement and the man movement off the ball. And, that's being taught to the younger guys as well. I mean, you see pulling off those down screen, the split screens, the scissor screen, where you run, is it the scissor screen or the closing door screen where there's 2 guys there and then he runs in between them, then they shut, and then they do like a double screen. It's just amazing. So, yeah, that's when I think of how Curry's changed the game, I think of that as well. Not just his shooting, but just his off-ball movement, and how we've never seen anything like that, and how that benefits his teammates and benefits obviously himself. But
he's definitely the most
he's
selfless superstar to ever, probably ever play the game as well. Obviously, we've seen in the past he took that backseat to Kevin Durant, a bit like Wade did when LeBron was there. Obviously, was handing over the reins, did whatever he had to do. And Steph's greatness now with that Finals MVP, a lot of people, in my opinion, the Finals MVP was whatever, to be honest. I thought if he won the title regardless, he puts himself in that position to potentially be in the top 10, probably to ever play the game. And the interesting thing, Source, he is one of 7 players in the history of the game to have 4+ rings, 4 or more rings with 2 or more MVPs. And the funny thing is, every single guy that is in this photo, before Curry was in this photo, are in my top 10. Every single one of them. So to say that Curry potentially is not in the top 10, whether you put him higher than 10 or lower than 10, around 5 or whatever people want to do, I think he is 10th. If he's not 10th, he's very close to breaking in to the top 10. The company, for those that are listening, are LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Tim Duncan, and Magic Johnson. So that's just my opinion. I think he's knocking on the door, or he's already there. Adam says, I think we can take LeBron out of the top 10 and put Curry in there. Global says, Curry's legacy is undoubtedly one of the greatest of all time. He also says, the way the world views Curry is similar to the way we viewed Jordan growing up. Yeah, funny enough about Adam's take on the LeBron one, the top 10 one. I know he's joking. If he's being serious, he could potentially get a Lamont of the week. But I was speaking to Saucy about this today, and I said to him, Saucy asked me something about LeBron. He sent me a clip. And I just said to Sauce, I said, I don't care what happens next. Like, if Curry wins the 5th chip before LeBron wins the 5th chip, you know how many people are going to turn around and say that Curry's better than him? Like, it's just the narrative that everyone's going to fucking just hammer home. He got to 5 chips first. He's better than him and all this stuff. And those arguments are very funny considering we put Jordan as number 1 and Bill Russell has 11 titles and we say he's nowhere near as good as Jordan. So I just find these argument source just hilarious and stupid, to be honest. The thing that people need to understand is about LeBron and Curry, and people forget about Curry too. They go, you had to prove it without Kevin Durant. He didn't have to prove shit without Kevin Durant, if you ask me, because last time I checked, him, Clay, and Dre all got drafted to that Warriors team. They have the best record ever in the history of the NBA, regular season record, and they won a title in that same season without Kevin Durant. So to say that they wouldn't have won again is pretty preposterous, to be honest, Source. Like, it's pretty dumb. But the one thing you can say, if you want to flip the switch and you want to look at LeBron's legacy, as much as people want to keep tarnishing his legacy, the Golden State Warriors, you could make the argument, had to get Kevin Durant to beat LeBron James. I don't think people realize how good he was and how good he is. Just go back and watch LeBron James, and you'll have a far greater appreciation for him and for Stephen Curry for what they've done in your lifetime. The next ones to come, obviously, Source, a couple of our favorites, Luka the Don being another up-and-comer, and of course, the guy we love the most at the moment, I know he's my favorite player in the league, and that's Giannis, the Greek freak. I think to sum it up on Stephen Curry's greatness, Source, and Kevin Durant's failures on leaving that team, I don't think Kevin Durant, as you like to say, Source, doesn't even come up to Stephen Curry's toes when it comes to legacies in the NBA. And that's my opinion, as crazy as that sounds. If you ask me personally, Kevin Durant's lucky to be in my top 15. Probably isn't even in my top 15, to be honest. I think he's been pumped up more than what people are. You can pretty much turn around, Source, and say, yeah, but he won Curry the 2 titles. Or you could say that Kevin Durant actually needed Stephen Curry to win his 2 titles. That's the way I look at it, considering he's done jack shit since he's left that team. And before he entered that team, he'd also done jack shit. So that's just my wrap up on that. If you've got anything to say, go for your life.
No, it sounds pretty fair. I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. He's still got time to rectify it. Who knows what's going on in Brooklyn? Is Kyrie going to be there? Is he not? It's a whole shambles. We'll wait and see how that plays out. But yeah, could just be Durant, Benny Simmons, if he gets fit, and see how they go
Westbrook,
out there in the East.
Apparently, isn't he?
Oh, well, yeah, that's what I've been reading.
Kyrie to the Lakers, Bradley Beal to the Lakers, Saucy to the Lakers. Everyone's going to the Lakers.
Yeah, that's what we hear every off-season, isn't it? Everyone linked to the Lakers.
Thoughts on Zion's pictures that came out today? Him looking nice and trim and fit, Saucy.
He looks as thick and as muscly as he did before, mate. Don't worry about Zion. Don't worry about Zion. You want to know something, Dom? If all these people were worried about saying Zion's a bust, why the hell are his freaking, even just a trash rookie auto still well over $1,000? Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Riddle me that. Right?
Yeah, it's true. I'm not going to disagree with that.
He's still
who's the bust? The bust is the guy that plays on your team that won a chip 2 seasons ago. He's the bust. If you ask me, you needed LeBron to win a chip. So that's my opinion as well.
Yeah,
Mr. A. Disney.
That's 100%. It's 100% valid, mate.
That's a bust. I love how they reckon he's finished, Source, when how many players in the history of this game missed the season due to injury or 2 seasons due to injury? Joel Embiid, Michael Jordan, to name a couple.
Curry.
Curry. Jordan and Curry are just, they're spuds. Joel Embiid, he's shit. He can't play. Like they've lost the plot. Giannis, they thought he was a bust as well. Remember? Oh, he's no good. This gangly guy. He's terrible. No, he's the best player in the league. Don't count your chickens before they hatch when it comes to Zion. Just sit back and watch. He averaged more than Ja Morant in his rookie season. And Ja Morant took, 3 years to average what Zion averaged in his first season that he played. I don't think people realize that, Source. Go back and have a look. Seriously, go back and have a look. It took Ja Morant 3 seasons to average what Zion averaged in his first season that he played, in the X amount of games that he played. So,
yeah, he's a beast.
That's all I'm saying.
He's a beast, ladies and gentlemen.
Draft on Friday, Source. Do you expect some big trades to come through by Friday?
No idea. We'll let it play out, and we'll bring something next week. We'll have a look at it and bring the report, give our opinions on some of the draftees. Not that I know too much about or follow the college system that much.
Easy.
I'm all for seeing what they can do in the big time more than what they've done in college, because it doesn't mean they're actually going to be any good when they get to the NBA.
Adams on the month. They said Hayward was good. Boy, some people get it wrong sometimes. Yeah, well, fuck. Say that about a gazillion players. Westbrook and KD back to OKC, he says positive.
Yeah, we'll take Westbrook for SGA, mate. I'll have that every day of the week,
Yeah.
mate.
F1 Source, Canadian Grand Prix.
Yeah, I watched the mini. I watched the replay.
Oh, you watched the replay?
It was a cracking race, mate. By reports.
We weren't on
all
off the
reports,
grid because we
what
were
I
both
seen.
hammered. But I was up watching it, even that the stream didn't go ahead. I was watching it. I was just hammered. Apologies to the fans that love seeing off the grid and following it with us.
Love
live.
watching me go full doze off at 4 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah. Saucy falling asleep and me just trying to just talk for the sake of talking and throwing shit up against the wall with nothing sticking. But qualifying it was coming down in sheets, Source. I don't know if you caught the qualifying. We watched some replays on that. But it was hammering down with rain. Max Verstappen qualied in P1. And then your boy Alonso in P2, which was very nice. And then we got to race day, and it all happened, to be honest. Max Verstappen was just too good. Got the win. Sainz in second in that one. Followed by a fantastic drive from Lewis Hamilton, who is back on the podium, Source.
And the Mercedes, as we've been saying,
Georgie boy,
getting that pace.
Mr. Cup of Tea.
Getting that pace.
Mr. Cup of Tea, Georgie Russell, just in fourth. You know what he does? Like we say on this show, he likes to just drive around sipping his Earl Grey or his English breakfast tea. That's all he does. 70 laps. He's like, yeah, I'll finish in the top 5. This is light work. That's how he thinks. Sainz in second, Lewis Hamilton in third, Georgie Russell in fourth. Charles Leclerc came from 19th to finish 5th, which is a great drive for him. Esteban Ocon in 6th, Bottas 7th, Zhou Guanyu in 8th, Alonso in 9th, and Lance Stroll in his home race finished 10th. Danny Rick, update, just outside the 10 in 11th. Mick Schumacher didn't finish, Tsunoda didn't finish, and Sergio Perez had a diff issue and was unable to finish the race.
Sabotage. I'm calling sabotage.
Sources calling
sabotage. Yeah, there's they don't want to definitively say it's obviously Max is number 1, but they're down there at Red Bull, mate. They're sabotaging Chico, my boy Chico Perez, just so they can Verstappen can get that lead on points, and then they go, oh mate, he's clear in front, so he's number 1.
My boys are currently sitting 3rd. My other boy is actually the guy that's winning at the moment, because I actually like Max Verstappen. I don't dislike him like every other person does, because they watch Drive to Survive. I genuinely love him. I think he could be the next like GOAT in the hobby. Not in the hobby, in the sport. He could be the next one. The crown jewel in the sport. We could see 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 world championships for Max Verstappen. Charles Leclerc is third in the world championship behind Sergio Perez. They're 3 points apart. Verstappen's 46 points ahead of Perez and 49 points ahead of Leclerc. Georgie Russell only 15 points behind Charles Leclerc in fourth. Mr. Consistency, Mr. Cup of Tea, just in the top 4. Carlos Sainz on 102. Lewis Hamilton moves up into 6th on 77. Lando Norris, who had a nightmare of a weekend, in 7th. Bottas 8th, Ocon 9th, and Fernando Alonso in 10th. Constructors, there should be a bit of a gap close. There was 76 points is the difference in that now between Red Bull and Ferrari. Mercedes only 40 points behind Ferrari as well, due to their consistent driving. Source, the next Grand Prix, we will preview this next week, but it is on the 4th of July. And that is the big one, Source, the one that we've been talking about for a few months. It's the British Grand Prix, Silverstone. Everything we've said has come to fruition to this point, Source. We said they would start finishing on the podium, Mercedes, and potentially win a race before Silverstone. That obviously they haven't done that, but we did say that they would win this race. I don't know if you caught some of the radio chat, Source, but they were saying that the pace in Lewis's car and George's car was very, very, very good, especially Lewis Hamilton's car. Bit of pace.
And they've fixed a bit of the porpoising. Definitely not visibly not as bad we've seen. So
and they've got 2 weeks in between races here, Source.
There we go. So, plenty of testing to happen over these next 2 weeks and get ready for that British Grand Prix.
So we will cover that next week. All right, Source, moving on to the AFL. Get to the matches of the week. It was another bye week for some teams. It was round 14. 14. Apologies. Someone's a very, very happy customer this week. We will start with Thursday night, though. And Richmond got the job done against the Blue Baggers. I think it's time I bring it up, Source, with you. I laughed at you pre-season when you predicted this team to win the flag. I said they would not even make the 8. And Tiger time, the train is starting to just steam its way towards the end of this year. So your thoughts on the Tigers?
Yeah, look, they well. I think they did pick up a few injuries. Cochin done his collarbone, so he's going to be out for a few weeks. So, obviously not good there. But, yeah, I mean, why can't they? They're only 2 games out of top 4 contention. So, maybe potentially they could finish in top 4. They're 1 game out, 1 game behind the Cats on points. So they're right in line to potentially even get up into the top 4 if they have a good second half of the season. To play some good football. They beat Carlton, a Carlton side that had quite a few injuries. A lot of guys injured in the back line. Obviously didn't help. But they got it done in the end. Probably could have won by a little bit more. And they're chugging along. And I still have confidence that, I thought I called it after week 1 that they losing to Carlton, they cannot win, but they've turned it around. They're starting to play the football that we know they can play. Their pressure is up. I think they're top 3 in the league in pressure, which is when they're playing their best football. We know that. That's where they, where they built the foundations of their premiership winning seasons on that forward half pressure, repeat entries, and, that quick ball movement and playing on style, which seems that they've got that back. And they're looking good. So I'll just have to have a look at their run-in on the game and just sort of see. But maybe if their run-in isn't too bad, they could potentially sneak into the top 4 and maybe have a chance. They've got a big game this week. So we'll see. That's another big test, and we'll see how they go.
Source, the next one. It took them 14 weeks, but they finally pulled their finger out of their ass. Were you at the game?
No, I wasn't at the game, but I watched it live.
Okay. But you did. Saints versus the Bombers. The Bombers won by 35 points. Your take on this one, Saucy? You were very happy.
Well, all I want to know, Doma, is where's this pressure? Where's that pressure, forward half pressure, been all season? I think we scored 5 goals from forward half pressure. From turnovers in the forward half, or 5 or 6 goals. That's what you need to do. That's when we've played our best football last season. Don't know why it took so long. The young fellow coming in who we picked up in the mid-season draft, D'Ambrosio, looks an absolute player. Looks like he's class. Got a great left foot on him.
Where's
willing
he
to go in and under
and
get the ball. Yeah, no, he's a midfielder.
Okay.
Goes in and under and gets the hard ball as well. Done some really, really nice things. So excited to see that. And I don't know what this says for St Kilda, because if St Kilda, we're taking the next step of as a side that should come and dispatch of Essendon with ease. But Essendon has shown that when they bring best football, they can challenge a lot of teams, and especially we're able to bring that pressure game. I don't know why we don't. That's just I don't know what it is. The consistency of being a bit of a young
Archie
team.
Perkins play in the midfield?
Archie Perkins is playing in the midfield. I think he 19 disposables, kicked a goal, few tackles, played well. Played half forward and midfield role, but playing more time in the midfield. Reports
when are you going to be the coach
this week?
So when are you going to be the coach of the Essendon Football Club?
Yeah, look, mate. I don't know. It just baffles me that it's taken injuries to put him in the midfield. We've seen he's got strong hips, Dom. He's got I keep saying to people he's built like Pendlebury in the hips, and that he's able to like sidestep, do those little moves,
slow
twist
the
game
hips, down.
pivot.
You can play the game on his pace.
That's right. It just looks like it comes easy to him.
That's good.
He's so player, but yeah, obviously stoked with the win, Dom. Expected St Kilda to win. The same game multi got every single leg except I had win. If I put Essendon, I would have been laughing. But that's how much I believed in Essendon that we were going to win. I bet it against us, and I mean, I'm not upset that we won. And
it's good sauce. It's the first week. It's the first week in a very, very long time that you and I can both sit on this podcast and say that our team won. You physically won, and I won because I didn't have to watch my mob go out there and get hammered. So we both had massive wins over the weekend. So it was good. Port Adelaide defeated the Swans in a bit of a surprise, to be honest, because they had a fair few outs, Port Adelaide, and they came out and just towered up Sydney. They did play in Adelaide. Great win for them by 23 points over the Swans. It just looked like the Swans had no intent in this game at all.
I think there was one quarter where they banged on 6 goals or 7 goals in I can't remember.
Yeah.
And that's where the game got away from Sydney. I think it might have been the second quarter or third quarter. And it just got away from them.
Third? I think it was the third.
And that was where the game was lost.
Then West Coast got bolstered by a fair few big ins back into their side, but it just wasn't enough to compete with.
Natanui could be back
Cats.
This week, I heard as well. So
they're looking all right. They're getting their guys back, but the Cats got the job done 81-63 in that one. Game of the round was the Giants versus the Bulldogs. I think it was this because it was a goal fest. There was 35 goals kicked in this game, a couple bags, modern-day bags, that is, for Cody Waitman, Aaron Norton, and Toby Green had 7 in this game. So Waitman and Norton both had 5. Green had 7. But the Dogs got the win 125-105. So it's good bounce back for the Dogs after the bye. And last game of the round was Gold Coast defeating Adelaide 116-73. The byes were the Lions, the Pies, North Hawks, Dockers, and the D's. Let's move on to this week's source. Might have to get the ladder up as well. We haven't put that up in a while. We've got top of the table clash, D's versus the Lions, and that's Thursday night football. That will be on tomorrow night. Your prediction on this game, Source, D's or Lions?
I'm going to go with the Brisbane Lions. They're going to come down to the G. They're going to knock off the D's. Gorn's still out.
Surely they can't lose 4 in a row. Fuck.
No wheels.
Gorn. There is no Gorn.
The wheels on the bus are falling off, mate.
Yeah, there's no round and round at the moment. I'm also going Lions. We're cheering for her. We're supporting your global. Let's try and get that 167 to number 1 out of 168,000. We'd love to see you win it. It'd be fantastic. The Dogs versus the Hawks at Marvel on Friday night. I'm going
Dogs.
Go with the Dogs. There's also another game on Friday night, and it's West Coast versus the Bombers. You're going in as the favourites, Source, in Perth.
Come on. I'm going to back us in.
That's good. I am going to go West Coast. They will win this week. Saturday, we have the Blues versus Flagmantle at Marvel Stadium. Who have you got in this?
This will be a good game. I'm going to go Flagmantle. Carlton, I think, still have a few injuries, and they don't like playing at Marvel. They do not like playing at Marvel.
I'm going to go Flagmantle as well. Cats versus the Tigers. There's some ripper games this week, Source. Yeah, absolute ripper games. Cats, Tigers.
I'm going to go with the Tigers. They're going to big win this week. They're going to prove everyone right, prove me right that right for picking them as the flag favourites this year. My flag favourites. It'll be a big win actually if they back up last week's win.
Your flag favourites are playing against. I can't believe they're going to win. Like you genuinely think that? I'm going Geelong. No Gorn, no crowds. D's are done, says Card Experience, and he says don't sleep on the flaggers. That's a new one. Flag pies, the Carlton Blue Flaggers. Tigers, Swans versus Saints at the SCG. Do the Swannies bounce back, Source?
Yep.
Swans Jack Steele to come back in apparently this week for Saints.
Big in. Yeah.
Good in.
But no, go with the Swans.
We've got the Tasmanian Kangaroos against Adelaide. That's played in Tassie at Blundstone. You going North or the Crows?
I want to pick North, but I just can't. I'm going to go Adelaide. But you know what? I'll give you a chance to potentially win this game. You're coming fresh. You play well down in Tassie.
I'm playing at a home ground, Source.
Yeah.
Playing at a home ground.
If there is a week you could win, it would be this week. But I still don't.
I'm going to back us this week, just for the sake of backing us and tipping a bit differently to you.
Hornfrest is going to come out and have 30, mate.
All right. Hopefully. I'd like to see it. Is that before or after he signs for a team in Adelaide? I don't know, but we'll wait and see what happens.
Well, he's going to have to play a game in Adelaide against Adelaide so they can go, oh, yeah, we want this bloke.
Offer him more money.
Contract.
Yeah. Then we've got the Pies versus the Giants at the G.
Pies.
I'm going Pies too.
This will be a good game. There's a lot of good games on this week.
There's some ripping games. And the last game of the round is Port Adelaide versus Gold Coast.
With Port at home.
Yep, I'm also going to go Port. Oh, I just closed the ladder. Forget about it. Anyway, shit happens. 30 sprays at his teammates. Love the bloke, though. His team needs to do better, not him.
Here you go.
Thanks, Source.
So Brisbane on top, followed by the D's, Flagmantle, Geelong, Carlton, Richmond, Sydney and St Kilda. That rounds out the top 8, and then just outside the top 8, just on percentage, you got Collingwood, and then Bulldogs, Gold Coast are both one game out of the top 8. Adelaide on 6 wins, and GWS, Hawks, Adelaide Crows, Essendon Bombers, North Melbourne, and West Coast. Somehow you're still not on the bottom of the ladder.
So we're officially going to be on the bottom of the ladder at the end of this round. So,
well, if West Coast wins, yep, you will be.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on, Source, to the UFC.
UFC this past weekend, I believe it was in Austin. UFC Fight Night, Qatar versus Emmett. I will just bring up the spread. You can see the results. We had Adrian Yanez defeating Tony Kelly, the band division with KO in the first round. Middle division, you had Gregory Rodriguez defeating Julian Marquez, first round KO. Lightweight division, Damir Ismagulov defeated Guram Kudzadezlal. I don't even know how to say that. Give that a whirl, Doma.
Kutatedzlads.
Yeah, probably better pronunciation than me. Anyway, Damir defeated him third round decision. Middleweight division, Jokin Buckley defeated Albert Griff and a KO in the second and submission in the second round. Kevin Holland defeated Tim Means in the welterweight division. Kevin Holland, I think, has won a number of fights in a row, I believe. Let's just go have a look here. He's won quite a few fights in a row. I think that's 4 fights in a row. Draw. Okay, so fights in a row. Three of his last 4 fights he's won. So he's looking good to potentially move up in the rankings. So watch out for Kevin Holland. Looks like he's improved his game. And featherweight division, the main event, Josh Emmett, 5th round decision over Melvin Qatar. That was rounds out the card. Can't really comment. I didn't really tune in, so not gonna say that I did. There is a card this weekend. Main card 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So tune in and find out on your local guides when that is for you. And it's Armin Tezhkunov against Matsu Gamrot. Lightweight main event and co-main event, Neil Magny against Shavkat Rakhmonov. There we go. And he's 5th. So, we always know we like to watch those ones who don't have a loss in the MMA record. See if they can get 100%. That loss in the welterweight division. But, yeah, there's the card after that. That's July 3rd. That's what we're working towards, Doma. July 3rd. That's when the big Volk is in action against Max Holloway, round 3.
Nice.
That's what we want.
Beautiful. All right, Sauce. We are on to Le Mans of the Week. And considering that Le Mans of the Week involves a hobby topic this week, let's get straight into Hobby Talk, brought to you by Platinum Standard Grading. Thanks to the crew at Platinum Standard Grading. Their Sauce has got some PSG slabs up. I'll chuck up my most famous one, of course, the King, Carey. You want to sub with PSG? Perkins. Check in the description below. Join the Bulk Sub. Bulk Sub 2 is currently left. Bulk Sub 3 is currently open if people want to send in some cards. All right, Sauce. Le Mans of the Week is a hobby topic, and it brings me great joy. As much as it may bring dismay and a bit of anger, as we both will be pleased with what's actually happening. As we usually say, we like to apologize to absolutely nobody, Conor McGregor style, because Saucy, something interesting has come across the table, and I'll share this. Our good friend Lamine. This is quite nice to see. Actually, he posted this. For those that are listening and not viewing this, Lamine said he's got a picture up here. His meme is a guy throwing up a box of Prism WWE Hobby, and it's coming down, lands on the guy's head, and it turns into a McDonald's hat. Because if you can't read in between the lines, he's pretty much saying, if you buy the box, You wasted your money. You got no money left. You're broke. Go get a job at Macca's.
Flipping
start making
burgers.
your money back. Flipping burgers. And the reason why I posted that source is because the boxes, wrong thing. I look like a peanut. The boxes, for some reason, I can't do it on here, have dropped in price. Here it is. It just didn't load. It's not working. It's dropped down. Anyway, besides the point, source, it's dropped by about $800. So, but the funny thing on top of that,
there you go.
There it is. Thank you. Thank you, source. There you go. From $11.99 to $4.90. The reason why it's Le Mans of the Week, ladies and gentlemen, and esteemed guests of the podcast and those in the hobby, is because people are now concerned as to the reason why this product is overhyped, and just dipping like fucking no tomorrow, source. It's crashing as quick as the stock market and as quick as Bitcoin. The difference is
as quick as Luna.
Go back up. Yeah, as quick as Luna. The difference is Bitcoin's going to go back up, and this is going nowhere. The problem is the people that saying that it's overhyped were the ones that hyped it up. You all thought it was a great product. It was the greatest thing since sliced bread, and we told you on-card autos already out there.
Prison WWE. First prison. Oh,
we told you buy a box of this, you might as well flush your money down the toilet.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Those prices. Yep.
But it's not just the buyer's source, it's the people that also were pumping some of the singles. So you've also got we've got some comparisons.
Here we go.
Don't worry, we've been watching this product with a magnifying glass at the moment.
When the product first released, you had the number to 99 Stone Cold Steve Austin champion signature selling for $1,400. Sold price $40. That's on April the 8th.
That same 2 months ago.
That same auto just sold in a PSA 9 on June 18th, so 4 days ago, for $456.
So that's $1,000 loss, a $996 loss if we want to be super duper accurate, and it's graded.
Let's have a look here. The number to 99, him doing a Stone Cold Stunner. I think that's might be on Kane. $1,000. Number to 99, orange. Sold. That was sold on the 8th of April. That was for $1K. That same card has sold in a PSA 9 just on June the 12th for $132. Nearly 1/10 of the price.
And 50 cents because people that makes it more expensive source. Don't forget the 50 cents.
And the 50 cents. And we won't stop there, Doma. We won't stop there. We will keep going.
We know how popular this guy is.
We know how popular. Surely his card prices couldn't drop. No way.
No
it's
way.
The Rock. It is the Rock.
That looks amazing.
So number to 99 prison. One sold the orange. Here you go. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. There he is doing the rock bottom on Stone Cold himself, who we just looked at. $1,500, 8th of April. Another one sold for $1,250 on the 15th of April. Another one sold for $1,175 on the 16th of April. Fast forward to today, that same card sold for, on June the 10th, $142. Oh, and 13 cents. Yeah. 19 cents.
Source. It might be a bit harder to flush
$142.19.
It becomes a bit harder to flush the coins down the toilet because, they could cause some major dramas.
Oh,
are you done?
Hang on, Dom. Andre the Giant. His first ever cards. His first ever refractor cards. No way they could go down. He's numbered to 99. Sold for $337 on the 10th of April. That same card today on June the 22nd sold for $94. One even sold on June the 2nd for $76.
What happens if you graded an SGC slab source?
Graded SGC slab. Hang on, wait. There was a different. That was the $199. I think you said, Doma. $199. $299. I think it was $299.
I could do this literally, Source. I could actually do this all.
So if we go have a look at the $2.99 in the red, sold when it first came out, the product for $200, $175, $200 raw. One just sold on June the 21st, so yesterday, in an SGC 9 for $29. It cost $20, 29 and 55 cents. It costs $20 to grade the card. So this poor bloke. I hope he didn't buy it down the bottom. And
who else is in that set, Source? Let's go Triple H. Let's just put in Triple H. Why not? To 99.
Triple H to 99. Let's have a look. All right, no way. One of the most notable characters ever to be into WWE Hall of Fame, I believe. Triple H.
100% he is.
No Triple H. His prices could go down.
Oh no, surely not.
Let's go down. All right, Champions Auto, $900, April the 11th. There's also here we have a look at the orange. Why not? While we're here, 120, and also there's another Champions Auto to 99 for 1,125. There's that same auto today sold on June 21st, so just yesterday for $246.50, and the number to 99 orange Prism sold for $67. There was also another one on June 2nd sold for $46. Another one on June 2nd sold for $40. So I'd probably say average around $50 the last three sales. Even in SGC 9 slabs still sold for only $66. That card was once selling for $120 when the product first came out. But the autos are pretty crazy. Going from $1,000 to now today $246. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer, and this product was the bee's knees, Doma. This product was
the first. It's not the first. It's not the first auto of these guys. It's the first ever sticker auto of these guys. So maybe collecting the sticker, on a Prism. If you wanted, that's how you should label it. First ever Prism sticker auto, because it's a sticker. Oh, we didn't say that you could go get their on-card autos anywhere.
You couldn't go get their Tops Transcendent or Translucent or whatever it's called. Transcendent, I think it is, from previous years. I think it's Transcendent. But anyway, for those people that were hyping up this product like it was going to be, well, let's just say they were hyping it up like we were hyping up Formula One Hobby 2020, except we were right, really, really right on that. And when we shat on this, I mean, some people didn't like it, but we stuck by our word.
Like it.
And I think we've been proven right. So our track record's pretty good, Doma. And for all those people out there that were hyping this up like it was going to be something, you are lemons! Absolute lemons. The hypers of this product saying, just, first Prism, get a box, stash it away. Mate, the boxes are down 60% from where they were selling.
That was a good investment, Source. Hey, that's a good investment. Buy the box for $2,000, stack it away, so then you can come back to it in 10 years and be worth $100, and you just lose $1,900. That's okay. Fucking idiots. Give me a spell.
I'll tell you what. You know what? The true collectors of WWE, you should be happy because
exactly. You got what you wanted. You actually got what you wanted.
Come down. You can buy a box of Hobby for $400 US, which in my opinion is still overpriced. I still think it should be around $300 US. And for us here in Australia, that's closer to the $450 mark. AUD 500. I think
it's a win, Source. Honestly,
a lot of box prices should be. But
massive win, like you said, to those people in the WWE hobby. Massive win, because they were the ones that were like, what the hell? We really want to buy this product, but we need to break the bank. Some people couldn't buy the product because they're like, I can't afford that. Like, this is just not feasible.
And there were quite a few, WWE collectors who weren't happy about Panini now doing this to WWE, when previously, with Tops and the Tops license, box prices were very, very affordable. Literally hobby boxes for $200 USD, $150 USD, 150 to $250 USD for hobby boxes for out of Tops. And now all of a sudden Panini gets the license and it's $1,000 for a hobby box.
Anyway, justice. That's all I'm saying. If you listen to those people that said it was going to go up 10x, 5x, 2x, this, that, how many x? No comment. I think they're probably trying to sell product and they've got their best interests at heart, not yours. So you keep doing whatever you want to keep doing. We said just wait for the singles to go down. Don't buy a box. And we said if you buy a box of this, you might as well flush your money down the toilet. And to those that didn't listen to us and went and bought a box, you flushed your money down the toilet. So congratulations and all the very best here. As much as hard as that is for you to hear, sometimes you have to hear it to wake up a little bit. Adam says, hey, boys, have you heard if Oz F1 Collector's sign set has made it through PSA yet? Yes, I think. Most. I think it's pretty much all done. It's definitely going to be there. Speaking to Matt. So no crazy surprises, which is good. Adam said, might have to get Cage to send us a photo of them displayed at the National. 100%. 100%. So
can get Jay, mate. Our boy Jay will be down there.
The Messiah's going, mate.
The Messiah is headed down there.
Also, Chris and Brett are going as well from Platinum Standard Grading. There's Adam. Favorite part of the week right there. A lemon. All right, Sauce. Yeah. Let's move into some... I'll get rid of this. I got this interesting one here.
That was so much fun bringing up all those prices.
Oh, that was so. It was you came to my level and I loved it. Just ultimate sarcasm. Just like, oh, but there's something else, Dom. There's another one. There's another one. It was just so good. You could have bought it for this. Why would you buy it at this? Wait for this. It was just
man. It just look, ladies and gentlemen. We're not saying that we're Nostradamus, but you know, sometimes you just got to call it how you see it. And there was a lot. We're not saying we're the only people that were saying this.
No, we're not.
But there was a lot of people out there. But there was so many people out there. A lot of people saying, "Oh, WWE Prism, it's going to be such a great investment. First ever Prism WWE. You know, it's an investment box and da 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 da." Guys, calm your farm. It's sticker autos. Who gives a fuck?
And the reason why we said it too is because once again, we have your best interest at heart. That's why we said it. Why the hell do we want people that listen to this show or people in the hobby to go spend the money to lose it? Like we said, we watched that many rips of its source and the contents of the box, like not hitting any of those big cards at the time, going for a lot of money. Some people were ripping a $2,000 box with like $150 worth of cards in it. Is that really worth it? Like, it's the equivalent of ripping a flawless box for $20K and getting $2,500 in return. That's the equivalent. It's like, why would you want to lose that? Anyway, it's just so frustrating. But unfortunately, those people had to find out the hard way, which is a sad thing, but it's a harsh reality sometimes. I'm at Hobby Hangout next weekend. Ain't no national, but he's keen as. Enjoy it. Unfortunately, we aren't going to be down there. I think we mentioned that. We had a few clashes down here, so we won't be able to head down. Hopefully next year we'll make the trip up, but have a lot of fun, ladies and gents. We'll do a bit of a cover on it next week, plug it a bit more, pump it up for the people over in Sydney or for the people that are traveling from wherever they are to Sydney. All right, Sauce. Came out. Photogenic. Here
checklist is out. Always, what do we say? Always advise checking out the checklist. If you're wanting to get into some breaks, you're wanting to, you know, have a look. Definitely, you know, look at the checklist to decide, you know, is it the product for you? Is there some value in some teams? It's the way to do it than to just buy blind into a break. But yeah, Dom, we did shit on it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I'm not going to even defend it, to be honest. We did shit on it.
I still think it's going to be just it's another flash in the pan product, Doma. It really is.
Could be something more. Cheap, $225. Better than $2,000 for a WWE prison box. Let's have a look. Each box are 3 rookies from this year's draft class. Base parallels combined to 4-3 per box as well, including Diamond Anniversary to 75, Gold, and Platinum. In addition, inserts come in trios. Choices include championship feels, first night, pre-game, unforgettable, and with authority. We did say these cards look really, really nice. Die cut shoe game is ultra rare short print. A few other ones, but we do want to get to the checklist. Here's some of the cards. We don't care about this. The rookies, it's all the rookies. Dual autos, Luca and Trey, Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. This is where we were told by the Oracle himself that this product is actually very, very underrated and very good for the price point. Photogenic Dutch auction ended at $100, says it all about the market right now. Well, you know what? What did I do? Funnily enough, it's actually pretty good. You can get dual autos of Bird and Magic, Barkley and Shaq, Durant and Curry, Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns, Stockton Malone, Kuminga Moses Moody, could be something in the future, who knows? Ginobili, Tony Parker, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Green, and A. Disney and Evan Mobley. Rookie autos, they're all in there. Championship field set, Tim Duncan. Who else is in? Giannis is in here. Wade. It's always good to get Wade. LeBron James, Shaq. First night. There's Zion in there. Looks pretty good. Pre-game, respect set. Luca and Zion. LaMelo and LeBron. Wade and Giannis. Russell and Shaq. Morant and Curry. That'd be a nice
couple of interesting combos there. Yeah, cool.
Rookie focus set. Rookies in motion. Shoe game, which is the one we saw up there of Trae Young. You can get Giannis in there, Luca, LeBron, Curry, PJ Tucker. As we know, his shoe game is very good. That's actually a good move by Panini, getting a guy that's a sneakerhead. So hopefully his card looks pretty good. Unforgettable set. Anyone interesting in here? Allen Iverson, Dennis Rodman, Kareem.
These aren't autos, though.
No. These are
just parallels.
Authority. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
The autos up here.
Yeah.
With those dual ones are pretty good, to be honest.
Photo, you did mention this, that the Dutch auction only ended at 100, James, but it'd be nice if some of that trickled down to some of the other boxes. I mean, we still got noir boxes going for $4,000 when, you pull a Luka Doncic sneaker spotlight auto and it doesn't even cover the cost of the box. So, in my opinion, we've still got a ways to go in how much product should actually be costing. It is still mightily overpriced, especially on some of the, impeccable, noir, freaking flawless should not be $20,000 a box. Sorry. I watched a lot of those flawless get ripped open and even, hitting like a good Edwards, a good LaMelo, like a decent one, maybe not the number to 99 because that's the, the most popular, the true RPA, as they say, but even just some of the other ones, this number to 15, and that still didn't cover the cost of the box, which is just unfathomable when you think about it. So it's complete rubbish, and is all sort of driven by, I don't know why the prices. People say supply and demand. I mean, at the end of the day, the less of the boxes are, then more will get ripped open. There's probably shitloads of it still sitting in boxes, in hobby shops, in people's basements, and the reason why they don't rip it open is because it's too much of a risk. Whereas if you actually had a lower box price, people would just rip the boxes anyway, and then the cards get onto the market and you sell the cards. But because there's so much of a risk in it, a lot of shit gets stashed away.
Adam, sticker autos are shit. He hates them. The harsh reality, unfortunately for people in the hobby, Panini's found that it's convenient to sticker everything. So it's more convenient to send the sheet out than get them to sign the cards on card. So for them, good business model. When people keep buying your product, they go, why are we going to change it back to how it used to be? Keep releasing shit with sticker autos and people are going to buy them. So, unfortunately, that's how it is. So now we're just going to look at the set and see what they've got in them. And I do like the combos with these cards.
Yeah, just keep
Hopefully
releasing stuff
nice.
with sticker autos, Doma, and it doesn't even matter if you put the sticker upside down; people still buy it. So, if you're not watching those on audio, I've brought up the Tom Brady. I think this is a 1 of 1 out of Select, and they've put the sticker auto on it. Unfortunately, it's a sticker. Select back in the day used to actually be on camera when Panini was good, and they've put the Tom Brady sticker auto on upside down. QC on fire, absolutely on fire.
They don't care. Why should they care? So I keep saying they don't give a shit anymore. So, speaking about QC and upside down autos, let's move on to another interesting thing. Thanks for the credit as well from Too Thick Podcast. If you haven't listened to that, the Too Thick Pod, that is Manny, our good friend, and Rick. I'm going to say it's Rick, I think.
Oh, no, Reckless Cards.
Reckless
IG.
Cards. I feel so bad. I reckon I'll fuck this up. And I'm going to cop
I'm just going to go.
I'm just going to cop an absolute bath from him as well. So he's going to kill me. It's going to be on the show this week. I'm going to get hammered.
It's the yin and the yang. They go wild together, ladies and gentlemen. If you're looking for some more hobby content,
Jeremy. Sorry. How the fuck? Sorry. I'm sorry.
Feel free. Hey, that's why I went Reckless Cards, mate, because I went blank at the time. But
Manny's going to hammer me. Manny's going to be the whole week going, Saucy, give him a Le Mans. Saucy, give him the whole week. I'm going to
You've already copped a Le Mans this year anyway. So
I can't believe Manny gave me one. It's a disgrace. But they gave us credit, but I'm going to give credit to Matty Camps, who brought this to our attention. But another funny one was a dual shield NFL.
I'm trying to find the image
of DK Metcalf and Russell Wilson.
There it is.
And the good thing is the patch for DK Metcalf is actually a Reebok patch, which they stopped producing, I think, in 2013 or 14 or 12.
Yeah, they haven't worn Reebok jerseys since 2012 or 2013 or something like that.
Yeah, he wasn't even in the league. So
he was drafted in 2019. So
so it's good to get his logo, his shield.
Just proves the point. When I've been saying all this time that they've literally just been getting jerseys from Savers and Spotlight, bit of fabric from Spotlight, and they've been putting that in the patches. This just proves it. They don't give a rat's ass, ladies and gentlemen. And this is why I keep saying why we keep pumping money into these products, and especially like, Immaculate is supposed to be one of the premium products. This is a 1 of 1 dual shield. And they've just put a random person's shield patch in there from a random jersey that's not even DK Metcalf. And the fact that it's literally a jersey from back 2012, 9 years ago?
I love it.
Ridiculous.
It's elite. What do you mean? He was there. He was probably at the game. It was probably a jersey he wore to that game as a fan. That's probably what happened. So anyway, it's a disgrace. Next one up. Flawless NFL is coming out. Contains 10 cards per pack, 1 pack per box. Look for 6 on-card autos, 1 to 2 gem cards, and 2 to 3 memorabilia cards per box on average. All cards in Flawless are numbered to 25 or less, and all autographs are on-card or cut autographs. Find new on-card auto sets with All Pro Ink, red, white, and blue booklet autos, and Flawless performances. Hunt for the on-card rookie patch autos from the top NFL rookies, including Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Mac Jones, Zach Wilson, and many more. Search for the on-card booklet autos with rookie booklets, veteran booklets, SIG gems, Flawless jewels, and Super Bowl gems. Let's have a little bit of a preview here. It's Drew Brees, red, white, and blue. That's a 1 of 1. Saucy's boy Lamar Jackson, diamond. Peyton Manning, 1 of 1. It's a pretty sick card. Zach Wilson, shield. Tom Brady, 1 of 1, diamond. Tom Brady. Tony Romo. Micah Parsons, Antonio Gibson, Chase Young, Josh Allen, Ray Lewis, Ezekiel Elliott, Dak Prescott, and CeeDee Lamb, triple tag, Trey Lance. There's a fair few in here, so we might just skip along. Hopefully we hit something good. Michael Vick, Jewel Patch, 101. Who's this? Justin Fields. Is this Aaron Rodgers? Yep. What else we got here? Harrison Smith. Mac Jones. Yeah, there you go. So just a fair few in there.
I'll be interested to see if some of the prices getting paid for some of these cards getting hit, especially the Mac Jones out of these. Some of the rookies. Yeah, it makes me laugh every time some of the prices get paid for some of this stuff. It's just amazing. Even in this time where the whole world is going through a bit of an economic downturn, and people still somehow find $150,000 to spend on a Mac Jones card. Crazy.
Yeah, well, it is interesting, and it somehow gets a 10. So,
Magically.
Hobby Boxes of 2021 Contenders Optic NFL is also coming out, and that's 6 cards per
good
pack,
product.
1 pack per box, 2 autos, 2 inserts, 1 parallel, 1 base per box on average, loaded with inserts. Contenders Optic returns classic favorites such as MVP contenders, all-time contenders, and winning tickets. New in 2021, find all of the rising young stars in the up-and-coming insert and the other new inserts such as Optic Illusion and Splitting Image. Look for Contenders tribute tickets that are a blast from the past on Optichrome technology. Let's have a look at what we've got here. Source
preview.
Bo Jackson.
Beautiful stickers. What we wanted.
I can give or take that one because it is an old. That was Saquon Barkley. Up and coming, Kyler Murray. I don't know why they're taking the photos look like this. I think it's to avoid the shine. Lottery ticket. I got the lotto balls there. Winning ticket.
Traditionally, the Contenders Optic, I know in the basketball it's on-card auto, so there is some stickers in there, but they do have on-card autos in it, so I'm hoping it's the same for the NFL.
Winning ticket of Brady. They've got the spaces left open there, Source. Who knows what could go on there? Mac Jones, Justin Herbert, Christian McCaffrey, MVP contenders. It's your boy, Joey B. There's Mac Jones, TJ Watt, my homeboy, Zach Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Optic Illusion, Tom Brady, Justin Herbert. Excuse me. Up and coming of Justin Jefferson. So there's a fair few in here. I'll get out of this Source because there's a
fair few nice cards. Inserts in there. Yeah, there's a heap of cards in there.
See something nice.
See if there's any. See if they got a rookie ticket auto or something there.
Here we go. Here they are. Source. There he is. We'll get the great man up, Mac Jones.
There we go.
Is that a sticker? Looks on card, mate.
Might be on card. Yeah, I'm hoping so.
Oh no. I think it could be on card.
Whatever it is, just watch out. That you're not buying a trimmed one.
No,
because these are prime targets for trimming. I reckon. It doesn't matter, mate. It'll get slabbed up by PSA or one of the grading companies anyway. So,
don't PSA, don't bring it my way. Here's a sticker. I think they were on card. This is a sticker. There's actually some very nice cards in this set.
Yeah, look, Contenders Optic is probably one of my favorite sets that Panini makes. So I like it in basketball. So I couldn't see why the NFL version wouldn't be nice as well. It's just my personal opinion. I like it. I'm not saying everyone's the same, but also a lot of other people out there like the rookie tickets. So if you were to buy an auto or chase an auto, the rookie ticket is definitely, one that is sought after. And those ticket autos. So, when you go to on-sell it, there are more collectors of that sort of set if you want to go down that road.
All right, Source, an update on the greatest card, the Holy Grail of sports cards. It's up to 1.8 million. It's 2.16 with the buyer's premium. The triple logo man, LeBron. There's something I do want to show people, though. Hopefully it's up on here.
All the bids will come in the last.
Yeah, 100% it will.
minutes.
But that's the last time we're going to show it before we talk about it next week. This is the one I wanted to show you, ladies and gents. For people that are watching at home, I'm going to pause it right there so you can have a look at this. So what I'm about to show you, ladies and gentlemen, we're saying that the Holy Grail of cards is a triple logo man LeBron 1/1. It looks like a piece of shit, the card. It's in an authentic PSA slab. That's all it is, not graded. And then a certain account, which you'll see, posted this. It's from the collection of LJ's Card Shop. And I think the Holy Grail, as we said, Source, if we're going to start labeling shit the Holy Grail, I'd rather label this the Holy Grail, considering those weren't like rookie. That wasn't a LeBron rookie card. Let's go to this 2009 Upper Deck exquisite collection, All NBA, triple logo man, 1/1, PSA 9. For people that are listening and can't see it, of Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James. I'm telling you, I'm taking this card over the one in question over here every day of the week.
And twice on Sundays.
There it is, Source. You're telling me that thing's
I agree. I agree, Doma.
Congratulations. Whoever buys it, you're a fool. That's what this card says. Congratulations.
And you might cop a lemon.
You're a fool. Now, the fact that I know this even exists, you're a fool. You can buy this with the Barley logo man in the middle. Or you can buy this with three of the best to ever suit up. An LBJ, Black Mamba, and the GOAT, Jordan. So, might have to put a poll out there, Source. Do you want to take that logo man or this bad boy? Card experience. The Upper Deck one only has one GOAT on there. The Bron one has 3 GOATs on it.
That will ruffle a few feathers.
I disagree. This one doesn't have 3. This one doesn't have 3 Stephen Curry logo mans. So
it has 3 patches from Savers jerseys, mate. That they've just got out of from the op shot.
Yeah, this one's probably DK Metcalf's Heat jersey that he wore, and they're like, "Oh, we'll cut the logo, say it was LeBron's." That's probably Bosch's. That one's Zydrunas Ilgauskas, and this one here is Alex Caruso. That's actually what it is. Terrible. I disagree with my own comment. It's the card experience. There you go. The Oracle said 0304 Exquisite Collection had a Jordan LeBron dual logo man auto in it. So do you want to still buy this card and say it's the Holy Grail? No comment. I should post something, Source, because last time I posted something and tagged the great man in question, DM'd me. I don't know if I told you about this.
Who?
I had a chat with old Kenny Boy a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I tagged him in something, and I said, is the card overhyped, this one? And he might have got in the DMs and sent me a few things. He didn't say he was going to sue me or anything. So, because if he did,
look, we have gone out and stated on the record, props to Golden Co.
Yes.
and the promotion that they have done down there in promoting the card and trying to get the best result for the seller.
Yes.
At the end of the day, they are employed to do a job, and they've done a very, very good job. But we are also employed to do a job, which is to judge these cards that come onto the market and how we feel as collectors when there's other cards on the market that replicate that we feel are actually much better in quality and actually better in what it stands for on what's on the card and what we're dealing, which is the aesthetics of the card. There he is. Bang! Big Kenny, he's not lying.
I'm not lying, mate. I'll just show that. There you go. You saw the black boxes there. So we definitely had a discussion. Old Kenny boy, because I reposted something that somebody sent in a story, and then I put a caption in there, and I go, "This is the thoughts of the person." And Kenny and I had a bit of a chat.
That's nice. That's nice. Beautiful.
Yeah. Hey, we've asked Ken before. He said to go through his PA. We tried going through his PA. He's obviously inundated to jump on podcasts. He's a very busy guy. Or maybe he thinks our podcast is shit. That's why he didn't come on. That's fair enough as well, Source. So, hey, props to him. At least he responded to us nicely. There is a few other people in question from organizations that flat out just were blunt and said no chance. So, we're pretty rude, but good on them. The company's a piece of shit at the moment, so good luck to them. It's probably because we don't help their cause on making the money, so that's why they don't want to align with us. Last thing, as we said, we try and bring some sick inserts to the table.
What do you got this week, Doma?
I've chosen this one, Source. $98.99 Skybox Premium. This is why we enjoy this. Source and I love Skybox, so this is why we're going to bring this stuff up. They're a bit more pricier, these cards, Source. The checklist includes Tim Duncan, Stephon Marbury, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, Ron Mercer, Scottie Pippen, Anton Jamison, Anthony Hardaway, Damon Stoudemire, Allen Iverson, Keith Van Horn, Grant Hill, Kevin Garnett, Anton Walker. And the two most expensive cards in this set are Kobe Bean Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal. And the cards are $98.99 Skybox Premium. That's jam. So here it is, Source. Something a bit different.
Here we go. Open it up. Open one of them up.
I'll open the Kobe up. This is what it looks like.
Here we go.
I've
never seen this set before. This is acetate, is it?
No.
Click on it. Well, yeah, it says acetate in the title.
Does it? No.
Oh,
there you go.
I think it is, dude.
There you go. So I was just doing some research. Right. I was looking through some Skybox set, Source, and I came across this. Something completely different. It looks like, obviously, a jam label that goes on a jar of jam, but obviously it's got some of the greats on there. This one is of Kobe Bryant wearing the 8 jersey. So, and this is a BGS 9 that's gone for over $1,000. But you can find some more affordable ones. He's Penny Hardaway. He's got the, is that peach jam? Kobe Bryant with strawberry jam. Is that? Yeah, I think it's peach jam or orange jam. Who the fuck has orange jam? What the hell? Oh, orange marmalade. Yeah, there you go. Oh, Anton Walker. Keith Van Horn. Strawberry for Shaquille O'Neal. Strawberry for Grant Hill. Obviously, base, they're a little bit more affordable. Obviously, this is out of a fair few people's price range. Anton Jamison. Bit of jam for Ron Mercer. Yeah, they are acetate by the looks of things, Source. At the top. There's Saucy's boy, Timmy Duncan. He's got the grape jam or blueberry jam. Is that blueberry? Blueberry jam.
Blueberry. Jam. Yep.
Yeah, one of them.
Nice one, Doma. I like it. So how many cards are in the set?
15 to the set. I'll bring it up here. Okay. There you go. 15 in this set. So there's a total there.
By all reports, your most expensive is going to be your Kobe.
Then your Kobe and Shaq. Yeah, and probably after that,
Pippen?
I'd say probably Kevin Garnett.
Jordan's not in the set?
Who? No Jordan. I
Yeah.
was hoping to get Jordan in there, but yeah, here's Stephon Marbury as well. Allen Iverson. It's a nice looking card.
Yep. Interesting one. I've never seen this set before, so I like it, Doma.
Yeah,
like
this 98.99 Skybox Premium set has some interesting inserts. So I might bring in a couple from there. Maybe something a bit more affordable. But yeah, it's just something different. Catches the eye. Bit quirky. Some people might think, oh, it looks a bit cheesy. That's fair enough. But, some people might say, I got the coin. Might be something I want to collect. Put it up on the shelf with a few jars of jam sauce and happy days. So there you go. Something different. We said we bring an insert set every week, and this is the second week. And there you go. Something we haven't seen before. So saucy smoky for yourself or nothing. We're going to wrap it up. Call it a day. Very nice. Thank you to everyone that tuned in.
The Smokies WWE singles, Prism singles, mate.
Yeah,
they're down.
in
they're down
SGC
60%.
slabs. Yeah, in SGC slabs for $4. That's what your Smoky is. Yeah, if you want to buy a few coasters, they're available very cheap.
I'm on the lookout for my next coaster, Dom. Don't worry about that. I'm on the lookout. I've been sending you some. I'm just trying to find something. $10, man. I don't. No more
exactly.
than $10.
But quickly before we do finish, John O'Michael's Mailman Breaks special ep out now. Go have a listen. It was good fun catching up with Jono, and we thank him for giving his time up as well last weekend on the long weekend to chat with us. It was very good, very insightful, and have a listen. Not just on the hobby, memorabilia, a lot of stuff that he collects, how he got into the hobby, and all around great pod and very fun to do. We'll try and maybe bring something this week if we can get someone on. We'll see how we go. Try and grab someone this week. If not, don't worry, Sauce. I have my break for 2 weeks starting Monday, and we can probably smash out 6 or 7 special pods in the next 2 weeks and bank them up for people that listen. All right. On behalf of myself, Dom, and the great man Sauce, keep living, loving, and breathing sport. Thanks for tuning in. It's double coverage. And go check out the True Growler cards, which is the Upper Deck Logo Man set. And peace.
Peace.
Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to leave a review on the Apple Podcasting app. Also, follow us on socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Talking Old Spots, Double Curve.